Hey everybody, it's Dr. Barron. I wanted to welcome you back to week 2 of COMM 5000, Communication Research Methods. I'm looking at your discussion board posts from week 1 still. Unfortunately, sometimes my job as chair gets in the way of my job as professor, and so it delays my ability to give feedback and grade things as quickly as I'd like. But my promise to you is that I will have that feedback posted to you all before your posts for week 2 are due on Wednesday evening. So watch for that as the week progresses. Also, watch for your discussion questions for week 2. I'm finalizing those right now on the computer screen right in front of me here, and I will have those posted shortly so that you have a chance to kind of process them and look them over before you start thinking about how you're going to respond to this week's readings. The second thing I just want to remind you of at the start of week 2 is that your first research development assignment is due on Saturday at 11:59 p.m., and that is your research identity statement. It's something that's posted on D2L. You can look that overview over on D2L and get a sense of what that assignment looks like. One thing I will emphasize right now is that I don't want you to stress about this assignment. It is very small, very low stakes, and really just a chance for you to think about some very basic questions as you think about this process of doing communication research. So think about who you are as a researcher or who you want to be as a researcher, the kinds of things that you want to study, and the ways that you want to go about trying to study those things that you want to study. Again, this is all just an attempt to let you think about this process of doing communication research and how you position yourself as part of this process. The other thing I want to do is just give you a quick overview of what the week looks like in advance. So week 2 of COMM 5000 has kind of 2 tasks. The first is looking at this larger question of who you are as a researcher, which is part of what the research identity statement is meant to do. The 2 additional readings for the week are dedicated to that task. So the one by Schiappa from 2009, I should say that Ed Schiappa was my master's program faculty advisor and also taught me how to do research methods. So a lot of what you're learning in this class comes by osmosis from Ed. But what Ed has provided you and what I've provided to you is a guide to development of faculty members in their master's and PhD programs. Obviously, we're just in a master's program, but one of the things I want you to look at in that reading is just the process of developing yourself as a master's student, looking at your eventual career goals. Some of you may never aspire to go on to a PhD, and that's okay. But this will give you a sense of how you can start the process of developing yourself as a researcher, as a scholar, as an academic, even now in your first couple semesters or first year of your PhD or of your master's program. We don't have a PhD program, not yet. The second thing I'll say is that we have also provided a link to the National Communication Association's list of resources on research and publishing. Nothing I expect you to spend a lot of time delving through or memorizing, but I wanted to put that available out there to you and make that available to you as a way to give you a sense of what kinds of things are available to help develop and support your research. Just some resources that you can use as you think about yourself as a researcher and yourself as someone who does research. The second task for week 2 is thinking about how ethics guide our practice as communication researchers. Any of you who have done any kind of study of the research process know that there are oftentimes ethical questions raised by the work we do. And so chapter 3 of Communication Research Methods, our course textbook, spends a lot of time talking about how we go about doing research ethically and goes over the process of doing institutional review at different universities. And so along with that, I've also provided you links to Austin Peay's Institutional Review Board resources. So links to the IRB website, links to the forms and applications that you're expected to fill out as part of doing an Institutional Review Board review. And I wanted to give that to you so you could get a sense of what that process looked like as you start thinking about what you might do as a researcher. Certainly, IRB never hurts research, but not all research also requires IRB approval. So I'm putting that available and putting that out to you as a way to give you a sense of what research process could look like and to start you thinking about the kind of research you want to do and the kind of processes you need to go through as you do that kind of research. As the week progresses, I'll keep an eye on the discussion boards as I do every week, and I'll weigh in where I need to. I know that on the assignment overviews that are posted for discussion leadership, I said they would be available by week one, and those have been delayed a little bit. Again, my job as chair sometimes gets in the way of my job as professor. But I also wanted to give a chance for us as a class to kind of see what the class list looked like to address things like late ads or any potential drops from the course. So I will get those assignments, those week assignments, posted and out to you all shortly this week as well, just so you can start planning out when you'll be expected to provide discussion questions and help to lead discussion as the course progresses. I hope so far you're enjoying the course. I know research methods is not everyone's favorite choice of courses, but it is an important course in the program, and so I hope you are getting something out of the readings that we're doing. I hope you're getting something out of the discussions, and I look forward to seeing more of how you interact. I look forward to reading more of your ideas, and I really look forward to reading who you think you are as researchers at the end of this week. If you need me, you've got my contact information, but I will see you in the discussion boards, and I look forward to, again, seeing what you have to say this week. Take care.